Hi guys! Hello! Happy Women's Day for everyone watching and everyone in the live chat. What a beautiful panel, what a panel of interesting, powerful and intelligent women we have today. We have Jess, we have Sanya, we have Polly, we have Hilde, Lydia, Emma, Jana, and I'm Clara. And we are all gathered together because of our love of Eurovision. Jess, tell us where you're from.
I'm Jess. I'm obviously, you know that. I'm from London in the UK, and I've been with Eurovoxx 4 years.
Oh, sorry, yes.
5 years. Oh.
Sanya, where are you from?
Hey, I'm from Croatia. So, hello, Bok.
Hello, hey Andy. Polly, where are you from?
I'm Polly and I am from the UK in a little town in the bit that looks like a plum at the side.
Jana, where are you from?
I'm from Germany and I'm so happy to be part of the team.
Emma, where are you from?
I'm from the north of Sweden.
Ooh, Lydia.
I'm from Russia, living in the UK though. Oh, hi.
And Hilde.
Hi, I'm from Norway.
Nice. And I'm Clara, and I live in Tallinn, but I'm originally from Spain. So you can see, guys, the diversity is beautiful. Diversity brought us together to love this contest so much. So we're gonna talk about our favorite show and the songs that have impacted our life, the performers that have impacted our life and made a huge influence. And let's start with this Eurovision 2021, because I think everyone is super excited that the contest is back. So randomly, Emma, what is your favorite song so far?
I actually listened to mostly all of them today, some of them for the first time. And it's really hard, actually. I have all my hopes for Iceland. I haven't heard them yet, but I can say now they are going to be my favorite. But, maybe Spain. That was a very beautiful song.
Jess, what do you think about Spain?
So Spain is not my favorite song this year, and I much preferred his other national final song, Memoria. But I mean, it's still a good song and he performs it very well. It's just not for me. But my favorite so far is Ireland. Actually, Ireland and the Netherlands are my two absolute favorites so far.
Hilde, what is your favorite song so far?
My number one is definitely Ukraine. I loved them last year and I'm still in love with them this year. And I'm so excited to hear the 3-minute updated version. Yeah, I love them.
Nice. Lydia, what's your favorite song so far?
Well, as your resident rock fan, my favorite song is from Italy, from Måneskin. Pretty sure it will remain my favorite. It's an incredible song. I talked about this before. You can watch the live on the reaction of Måneskin winning, and you'll see how excited I was.
Yes, and actually that video of the live has so many views. Italian fans are so passionate, right?
Yeah, I love them for that.
Yes. Sanya, what's your favorite song so far?
I have two favorites. First is France. I love it. It's so authentic, and I believe every word that she sings, even if I don't understand French, but she's great. And the other one, you may call me patriotic, but it's TikTok from Croatia. I love it, and I have really high hopes for Albina in this year's Eurovision.
Gotta have high hopes for a living. Polly, what's your favorite song so far?
I have two winners at the moment, and they are Ukraine and San Marino, which was a big surprise to me. I've never had San Marino as my winner. And obviously, I have to give special mention to my Bezzy Uku. Of course.
Yes, definitely. For me, it's okay that I like looking at Uku more than listening to his song. But yes, Sanya, real hype for Croatia. Actually, one of the guys from Finland, from Blind Channel, Joel, he really likes TikTok. But I think it's also the case he likes the girl more than the song. Jana.
Well, she's likable. She's really a sweetheart.
Yeah, she makes it easy. She makes it easy. Jana, what's your favorite song so far?
Well, I honestly can't choose between Italy and Norway. They are both so different, but I really love both.
Good choices. Very good choices.
Yes. My favorite song so far is Blind Channel, Dark Side, because it has like the violent pop element, which is like a pop. It's a pop song, but with distortion, and then it has the rap. So I think that's a clever way of putting it all around. But what is your biggest surprise so far, Sanya?
I think also, as I think Polly said, San Marino. I didn't expect this, such a banger from San Marino. It's great. I don't know. It's so catchy, and it has that Eastern vibe that I like. I don't know. They surprised me a lot.
Jana, your biggest surprise?
Well, I would actually say Denmark because it's so different and I love the 80s, so I was so happy when it won.
Yes. Hilda, what's your biggest surprise?
I would actually say Russia, like a women rap that they just chose today. It's amazing, and yeah, something completely different from them.
Lydia, what's your favorite? I keep saying favorite, but because I'm stuck in the last question. But what's your biggest surprise?
Well, as the girls said before, San Marino definitely, Russia as well, but something nobody has talked about yet is Croatia for me. Because I don't think it's something that Croatia sends ever. And also it's in my top 10, which doesn't usually happen for Croatia. And I'm really happy about this because I love having like different songs in my top 10 every year. So I completely understand your love for it, Sanya.
Yes, indeed. I like it. It was unexpected for me, in my opinion, for Croatia to send this kind of song. Emma, what did you think? What's your favorite? What's your more surprising song?
There are many surprises. I agree with Denmark, like having a song in Danish. It feels like we are going like 30 years back in time with that song. And of course, San Marino getting Flo Rida. That's very surprising. But I actually think Italy made me surprised. It was a really cool, different song in this year's competition.
Jess, did I ask you already?
I don't think so.
So please.
My biggest surprise is probably San Marino, just because I didn't expect Flo Rida and Eurovision to be in the same sentence, and I didn't expect San Marino to be at the top and to be kind of ahead of countries like Russia and Sweden and all the big countries. It's a very strange year, but in a good way.
Absolutely. I think it's fantastic that San Marino is suddenly rising up so much, and it's going to stop being the cute, fun country we all hope. It never votes, but it's great to have them here. Oh yeah, my adrenaline. To me, it's definitely San Marino, the biggest surprise. I think that Zenit is up to something, and it's not going to be the only surprise we see. I can't wait to see what she has in mind, because her whole trip to Rotterdam, Road to Rotterdam series she's doing, it's mind-blowing. It's so crazy. But if we talk about female singers in Eurovision, because, you know, it's Women's Day, do you have, out of all of the contests you won, a performance that marked you, that made you want to be something or achieve something, or you said, yes, I have this is empowering?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, obviously, is Tamara Tadevska from North Macedonia. Very empowering song. I remember crying to it because it touched me so much.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance, and she was standing alone on stage, and commanding the audience, commanding the whole show. That is true female power, I think, like the definition. And she's a mother. She's wants to educate her child to be strong. And I think at some point we can all relate to that. Any girl wants to go to tell me what's empowered them.
I think we have somebody waiting to join who might have an answer.
Oh, let's see. Hello, Alicia Michelle.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi, you're live on YouTube with us. It's a pleasure to have Alicia with us. I don't think she needs an introduction, but I will do it anyway. She is one of the most watched American bloggers from Eurovision. How are you doing, Alicia?
I'm good. Can you hear me well? I want to make sure you can hear me well.
Yes,
Yeah.
we hear loud and clear. You just joined the conversation we were having about, some love for you in the live chat. We were having a round of saying which is the most empowering song that we can remember in Eurovision that was performed by a woman.
Oh, that's a tough one for me. I don't know if there's a song that maybe made that much of an imprint in that way as far as the song goes, but I think seeing the performance of like a Dami Im live, to me, to go on stage, and if you've ever been around her or interviewed her or whatnot, you know, she's pretty like timid.
We can't hear you.
Your sound is gone.
Sorry, someone was calling me.
Okay, now it's back. Now it's back.
But no, I think to see someone who in person, if you ever met her, she's sort of timid, a little bit understated, get on the stage, command such power with just her voice, and showing such power paired with the vulnerability of a song like Sound of Silence, it always made me emotional.
Absolutely. Lydia, who was speaking before you joined us, she mentioned Tamara Todevska. So Tamara Todevska, Demi, this is the epitome of female empowerment on a stage, because it's the one-woman show. Like Johnny Damaliki, also she was holding the whole weight of a performance on her shoulders. So Hilde, tell us, what would be yours?
Well, I'm thinking back to one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time, which is Carola, and her winning song, but also the fact that she performed before and she didn't win, and she was so insistent that she had to win Eurovision, so she came back and did it with Fångad av en stormvind. And like the power of her voice and her dancing on the stage and just her energy in that just gives me so much life, and I love it every time I watch it.
Nice. Alicia, I want to know which is the first Eurovision contest you ever watched, just to get some context for myself. No, now you're on. Now you're off. No.
Okay, I'm on. Yeah, so 2010 was the first contest that I saw. Yeah.
Okay, 2010. That was a really good one. Jess, which one's your favorite, most empowering moment in Eurovision?
I would probably have to go with Ruslana, just because she's the first Eurovision performer that I can remember watching live. And I just remember just seeing this woman in this kind of cave woman traditional outfit, kind of dancing and screaming on stage with these big poles and stuff. And it was just kind of, okay, wow, like she's here. You know, it was so like epic and nothing I'd ever seen before.
Nice. Alicia, what was your first impression of the Eurovision show when you watched it for the first time?
Well, so I found out about Eurovision in 2006 when Lordi won. So the first image I really saw was of like Mr. Lordy. And so I was like, what is this? This seems really cool. And I was able to like watch that competition like back and see the, so that was Greece hosting. So that was like probably my first impression of Eurovision. But like I'm a former musical theater kid, so Eurovision's like right up my alley. So
Nice. Emma, tell us your biggest Eurovision empowering moment.
Well, that's a very, very difficult question. But in some way, Poupée Désir, Poupée Desson, did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
France Gall. I can't explain, but there's something so cool about her. She stands still mostly. It's like in the black and white 60s. But she just has some kind of confidence in some kind of way where she stands there and she sings with a very different voice. So I think she's very cool.
Nice. Polly, what is yours?
I'm going to go, there's a few, but I'm going to go with Emily de Forest, Only Teardrops. I remember watching that, I was 13, and me and my sister just absolutely loved it, and we played it over and over. I think our parents got pretty sick of it. But I remember thinking at 13 years old, like, I want to be her.
I have a memory with that song. I used to sing, and I did an audition with Emily de Forest, Only Teardrops, and the video sounds horrible, and I don't know how I passed that audition to the next round. But it was like, it's somewhere on YouTube. You can go and like hate it. It's totally fine. My empowering moment was actually the fire coming out of Melvin's piano. Great moment, Sarah. Alicia, did you go? What was the first Eurovision you attended?
2016.
Nice. What's your most empowering moment of that year, of the female presence of that year?
Sorry, my favorite. Sorry.
Yeah, what's your favorite moment of that Eurovision? I mean, I know it's hard. I'm making it tough. I'm making it tough to make you all like break down and.
I mean, 2016 is such a good year. I mean, there's so much of that show that's great, from the hosting. I loved all the sketches in the middle, and then I mean, ultimately, all of the songs on stage at that grand final were just so amazing. So 2016, I mean, all of it I loved. I will say, though, even now when I watch videos of You're the Only One, I'm still in awe. And I saw the rehearsals and everything. The performance has not gotten old to me, not one bit. Like, it's just still, to me, a very, very captivating performance. 2016, so many great memories from that year. Such a great Eurovision year.
Absolutely. Jana, did I ask you which was your moment?
Or I have to go with Shady Lady from 2008. I don't know, I can't explain, but it always makes me feel so powerful.
Of course, you're a woman in command of an army of people, and you're looking your best. And yes, I think so. That's a really cool song to feel. Once, I don't know, you're in a club and you're feeling yourself. That's really empowering. For me, I would have to say my most empowering moment is in 2005 with Vanilla Ninja representing Switzerland. It was the first time I saw females not like performing with their own instruments. So I had been raised up with the notion that I would look like, like Britney, even though Avril Lavigne was around and she played every now and then the guitar. The fact that there was a whole band, even if the guy was a drummer, but like there were so many girls taking control of the stage and the sound, even like if they were not playing live. But that was a really powerful moment. And I've always been musically inclined, and maybe I didn't resonate so much with the notion of like dancing and things like that, because I can't follow a choreography even if I tried. So I thought I would be more successful if I had that attitude in life, like taking control of the music and things like that. So That and Ruslana would be my favorite Eurovision moments that said like, yeah, I feel empowered. I like to follow this show. I'm in. Yeah. And good news, Vanilla Ninja is coming back, and they are currently filming a video clip in Estonia. So that is amazing. What is everyone's favorite this year so far? Only allowed once. We've already said this, so Alicia, you are on the spot. Which is your favorite entry so far?
Well, so I'm going to soft shoe my way around this and not answer. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention, so if we're talking about like female moments on the Eurovision stage, so although 2010 was the first contest that I was able to watch live, like actually stream it and watch it live. Every other thing I'd have to like go back and watch after finding out about Eurovision in 2006. But one year that I went back and revisited that really was kind of impactful for me personally was like Sweden, Aphrodite. Like that song, I still like love it. I listen to it, and it is a little bit dated. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily stood the test of time, but I do think that it was a moment in time that I appreciate, and it always kind of makes me feel like pumped up and good. And then I just want to co-sign everyone talking about Ruslana. I don't know how many times I watched Wild Dances to learn the choreography to it, but I know the choreography to Wild Dances.
Nice. That is something I definitely want to see. So if we meet in Rotterdam, we definitely need to dance to that. But any other, okay, how about women you'd like to see take the stage in Eurovision? That's a great question. Current women in pop. That's, I really need to think about that. Emma,
I have an idea actually.
Okay, so
I would like to see Rosalia in the Eurovision Song Contest. She's a huge star.
Nice. Lydia, you were saying something.
I said that would be incredible if she did.
Sorry?
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear, like, I think everyone can hear you, it's just me.
Okay. I said that it would be incredible if she did.
Yes, but who would she be representing? I know she's from Spain, but maybe she's too famous for that, but...
I mean, if Florida is in Eurovision Song, no one is too famous for Eurovision.
Actually, yes. I'm gonna scrap what I said because I'm thinking and still in like old Eurovision notion. So Rosalia would be good. Jess, what were you thinking?
I mean, are we allowed to have returning artists? Because like I would love to see like some singers back at Eurovision, more specifically Jelena Tomasovic from Serbia or Nevena Bozovic again. But if I had to pick a new one, I mean, for the UK, I'd love someone like Emily Sandé or like Gabrielle Aplin, if anyone's heard of her. But yeah.
Polly, who would you want to see? Because I know that maybe you know many Estonian artists that you would like them on stage.
I do, and I'm going to say Liz Lensalu. She performed in the Eesti Lau final interval with Stefan. And I think she'd be amazing at Eurovision. She's such a pop princess in Estonia, so she'd be really popular.
Alicia, who do you think would be a good Eurovision contender?
There's so many. I think I would love to see Molly Pedersen Hamar represent Sweden at some point. Actually, in Estonia, I'd like to see, I think her name is like Lyris. She was Drop That Boogie.
Oh, yeah.
When you're feeling all, I'd love to see her. And I had someone, well, I think there's tons of folks that would be nice to see, but yeah, Molly Pedersen Hamar for Sweden would be a moment. I mean, she's been holding up the backing vocals for so many, and we know she's a phenomenal singer, and I think her powerful vocal on the Eurovision stage could possibly bring Sweden another win eventually. And then
Yeah, this
lyrics,
is-
I just think was so creative. Like Drop That Boogie was such a good song, and I really want Estonia to send a song that I actually like from their national song.
Oh, they would like to see you in Eurovision. Maybe once the US competes in Eurovision, you could.
Well, let's hope that that never occurs. But
Okay, that's great that you say that, because my next question was going to go through your thoughts about the US and this American Song Vision contest that we are hearing rumors about.
yeah, I mean, I think America Vision, apparently some people say that it's happening. I am curious to see what the final product of that becomes. I think as long as America Vision stays either America Vision, I just don't think that America should ever participate in Eurovision, but maybe if there's Asia Vision, we got Africa Vision, we got, maybe the American Vision, American Song Contest will expand to actually encompass the Americas, and then our winners can battle it out. That I'd be into.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Force wants you to audition on YouTube. But I'm gonna throw the question to Em. Yes, sorry.
I was just gonna say, well, Michael, if you Google me, you will find videos of me singing. So how about that?
Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. But I'm gonna throw the question to Emma. If you want to either answer about the American Vision or other continent vision, or what other artists would you think would do a great job in Eurovision?
First of all, the American Vision is going to be some kind of mix-up between the Eurovision Song Contest and the Melodifestivalen, what I've heard, because it's our former general, Christer Björkman, who is like one of the arranging people in this. But then it's supposed to be a competition between the states in the America. So it will be very exciting to see. And it feels like they are like in the end process of this. So it's going to happen, most likely. And of course, I would like to see Alcazar. They are not existing anymore, but they really deserve a place in Eurovision.
Yeah. Yes. It's the name I've seen like on the Melodifestivalen list year after year for a very long time. So I think it's just like poetic justice, like just give it to them. Give it to them.
Yes.
Just like Uku Suviste deserve to go to Eurovision this year. Just sometimes don't do a national final. Just give it to them. They deserve it. Everyone's going to support it. Lydia, your thoughts on contest, continent Eurovision, or who would you like to see performing on a Eurovision stage?
Well, I'll answer both, just like Emma. I think there is a potential for America Vision, but the only potential I see is if not only the US competes, because that would be very interesting to see different American countries send their cultures and their music. I would love to hear that, because you always hear the US music. You don't really hear music from South America, which is a shame. And for a woman I'd like to see in Eurovision is 100% absolutely always Elodie from Italy. I would love to to see her in Eurovision. Like, just hands down, everything. Just this is my biggest desire, probably, like related to Eurovision outside of this live stream. Just what I want.
Is she the singer that did the Mahmood cover of Soldi with the Beyoncé track? That was amazing. That was genius. Go, Alicia, please.
I have to say, though, as a little slight rebuttal. So I think there is a slight misconception on like American music. So each state really does have like their own, just if you think about like countries in Europe, like Tennessee, there's like bluegrass. You can go to Florida and their music scene is very different. And even if you want to dissect hip hop. Hip hop from New York is very different from hip hop from the South, different from folks in the Midwest. So I actually think that Americavision would be slightly more diverse than people think it is. Let's not also forget that America completely is a melting pot. We have people from all over the world who have immigrated here, and you know, so I think that there's a variety of culture. I don't negate that. I think so. I will say I'm not necessarily a fan of the 50-state battle model. I think it's just too much, and I don't think anybody wants to watch that much television. And I mean, yeah, I just don't think anyone wants to watch that much television. But I do think a battle of the regions would actually make more sense. But ultimately, I do think if they do Americavision, I do think the scope of that is to expand it. And arguably, you could say even with like Central America, like, oh, well, they all speak Spanish, so that'll all be the same. Just because everyone in America speaks English, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean culturally we're kind of a monolith. I think that there's more pockets of variety. And I think that's one benefit of what Americavision could possibly show, potentially.
This is fantastic. This is what makes me love Eurovision so much, because it's like a window into different cultures, different ways of understanding music, different ways of putting a culture on a stage and portraying it. It's fascinating. Just with this live chat, I'm falling in love with Eurovision and the brand even more. This is a personal question because I will admit I'm very bad with American geography and American knowledge. So when you mean by regions, not like the 50 states, but by regions, can you give me an example of what that would look like?
Yeah, so I think like if we're talking about like the South, you're going to think about, you know, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, you know, like that might be its kind of own thing. If you're talking about the American Southwest, you know, that might be a little bit of like Southern California, but then you've got like Nevada, Arizona, things like that. And then you have the Midwest, which would be like your, like the Great Lakes. So Ohio, Illinois, so cities that would make more sense, like Chicago. So that's why I mean, I think even just thinking about like, if you take down a genre like hip hop music, hip hop in New York is very different than like Midwest Chicago rappers. Very different from folks from Atlanta. So that's like your Outkast or your Little John, like from Atlanta. Even though it's the same genre, they do have different sounds. And then you talk about like Texas, think of like Travis Scott, you know, Chopped and Screwed, like there are different styles that folks have. And I'm from Washington, D.C., and we actually have our own like music genre, which is called go-go music. So yeah, and even then with the 50 states, I'm just like, well, what happens to Puerto Rico and D.C.? We're not states. Mm-hmm. So do we get to compete?
Nice. But now I'm going to bounce the question to Jana. What do you think about Eurovision and the continent the song contest? And who would you want to be on stage or have on stage?
Yeah, I honestly still don't know what to think about it, but it's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to watch it when it's. I think it's in autumn. I'm not sure, but I will definitely watch it. And if I have to choose an artist, I would go for Andromache from Greece, because I absolutely love her style, her music, and these traditional vibes. And if we talk about the American Eurovision Song Contest, I would probably go for Tini from Argentina, because she's just amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's my turn. I hate this. I think for me, I would love to see Aitana from Spain. She was the girl that sang one of the girls that sang Lo Malo. I think she has a lot of potential, and she is now veering into a pop rock genre, which I think is very fascinating that it's hopefully coming back. And I think it was mentioned, it was thrown here, like every continent should have like their own song contest, and I would be up to that, and I would be up to watching not every country in the world semifinal, but definitely a Eurovision, like a continent vision of each continent. There was one question in the live chat that asked us to say our top 5 of this year. Are you guys up for it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, if anyone has already a top 5, please let us know, and because then I have to like think, and in the meantime you can say something. I just will have to think.
Well, I'm gonna like skirt out, but thank you so much for inviting me today. I'm in the middle of like my work day, so I have to go back to I guess being a professional.
Thank you so much for joining us, Alicia. It was a pleasure having you, and we hope to see you soon.
Yes, happy International Women's Day, all of you. Thank you.
Guys in the live chat, say bye to Alicia. Bye.
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 Well, Eurovoxx girls, it's us again. There was also, before we say, you have time to think about your top 5. But there was a question about, someone said if we're all in Eurovoxx and how long have we been in the team. So Jess, you said it at the beginning, but you can refresh people's memory.
Me?
Yes.
Yes, so I joined Eurovoxx in around January time of 2017. And initially I started out with just kind of mostly writing articles and staying behind the camera. But then a couple of months later, we had Junior Eurovision in Georgia. And I went there kind of as press for Eurovoxx, and I was the only one there. So I kind of didn't really have a choice but to do videos. So I just kind of got stuck into it. And now here we are 4 years later, I think, just over 4 years later. Loving every second of my Eurovoxx journey. And here's to the next 4 years.
Oh, I like the sound of that. From my side, I joined as soon as Salvador Sobral won. And I'm not sure which year that was because I'm like really bad with numbers. So,
2017. Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been for 4 years in Eurovoxx. I've always been doing videos. I did write one article, and that was my whole contribution to writing. Then I've done mostly videos, and I've been to Eurovoxx 2018 in Lisbon, Poland, Eurovision Junior in Poland, then Tel Aviv in 2019. And I'm looking forward to all of the next Eurovision and Junior Eurovision. Tanya, your turn.
Thank you. So I joined in the summer of 2018. It was a summer and I was bored and I missed Eurovision. We all have post-Eurovision depression in the summer. And I saw somewhere, I think on social media, that Eurovoxx is recruiting, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna send my letter and everything, and I was in. And I'm also on the Croatian news media news outlet Eurosong.hr for the last 1 year. So I'm a double Eurovision addict, I think.
Nice. Polly.
I joined Eurovoxx in the summer of 2019. So this will be my second year. And I've had opportunities that I never would have had otherwise. Like I went to SD Lau and I absolutely love it. And I really hope we can go back next year.
Yes. Jana.
Yeah, I've joined the team last summer because I saw that you were recruiting, and well, I mostly write articles, but I also really enjoy the live streams.
That's good to know. Emma.
Well, I've been a Eurovision fan for as long as I can remember, but I just recently, I think it was 2 months ago, maybe, I joined Eurovoxx to write mostly features about the Melodifestivalen and join videos.
And you're doing a great job because we've seen you so much, and you've been here. It feels like you've been here more than 2 months, actually. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good season now.
Yes, that's great. Lydia.
Well, I've joined recently as well. I think it has been just a bit under half a year. it's a quite interesting way how I enjoy it, because Andy actually saw me do a podcast with the Eurovision Games. And for some reason, he liked me. He contacted me and asked if I wanted to try to join. And my interview went well, and here I am.
Nice. Hilda.
Yeah, I'm probably the newest one among the team here. I just, found a post from Andy on Facebook sometime in one of my million Eurovision groups that I'm a member of, and asking for contributors, and I love Eurovision, so I wanted to join.
Nice. I think it's time to make a rank, and after this we will leave it here because it's going to be like almost 3/4. Sorry, that was Spanish. I'm really bad with numbers. I'm terribly with numbers, so I even have to think in Spanish. But we're almost going to be 45 minutes live, and thank you for everyone joining. And we feel very appreciated because a lot of you have stuck with us, so this is a good sign. You like us. Jess, give me your top 5.
Okay, so starting with number 1, I would say Ireland, the Netherlands. Oh, this is quite difficult. My third is probably San Marino, then Cyprus, then Croatia.
Would the top 3 make it easier than a top 5? Or would that complicate things even more? What's the general feeling?
We could either choose top 3 or top 5.
It's okay. Both are okay.
Okay, Tanya, give me your results.
Okay, I will say my top 5. I include in no particular order, but I really like France, as I said, Croatia. I like Romania, Italy, and Spain.
Nice.
Sorry, I was the wrong one.
I thought, are you trying to send me a message? I don't get the code. I'm not getting it. Polly, what is your top 5?
So I'm going to start at the top and say San Marino, and then Ukraine, of course, Estonia, Belgium, and Albania.
Nice. Top 5 with Jota Love, Portugal, Spain, Italy, France, Ireland. Nice. Jana, give me yours.
Okay, so my top 5 is Norway, Italy, Finland, Croatia, and Romania.
Nice. Emma.
Well, my top 5 is Albania, Spain, Ireland, Finland, and my favorite, Italy.
Ole. Nice. I'm changing my top 5 as you're saying. It's like,
mine is going to change as well.
Yeah, it's so hard to choose, but it's a really good sign. It's a sign of a great Eurovision ahead of us. Lydia, what are your comments?
I have a solid top 4. I don't know anything outside of top 4, but my top 4 starting from 1 to 4.
Okay.
First one is Italy, second one is Finland, the third one is Belgium, and the fourth one is Czech Republic.
Nice. Hilda.
Yeah, the only one I have for certain is Ukraine and number 1, and then my other top 5 would be San Marino, the Netherlands, and I think Russia, and maybe Italy.
Nice. That sounds really good. They all sound good. I know my very good taste. L'Italiano. I'm gonna go for L'Italiano because the rest of the name sounds very complicated for me. An L, a Q, a W. It's like I don't know what sound does that make. Anyway, my top 5. It's gonna be a top 3 because I really don't know. I don't know nothing. It's in this order, actually. Finland is my first, Lithuania my second, and Cyprus. I oddly like Cyprus, and I don't understand why, because it's not the typical song I would like, but I listen. I go. My mind goes to it a lot. L'italiano. Can you speak Italian, Lydia?
Solo un poco, just a little bit.
Okay. Oh, yes. One last question, girls, and then we will have to bid you all goodbye because otherwise this is going to be super long and we have lives. No, we don't. But yes, we do. L'italiano is doing a really good effort of complimenting everyone. Please keep on passing on the compliments to Italiano. We will appreciate that.
Grazie.
Grazie. Oh, yes, I didn't expect Cyprus to be in my top, but I do. But I do. So, how many languages do you all speak? Like secretly or more or less?
Do you have to be able to speak them fluently?
No, not really. It's Eurovision. It's you do your best. Okay, maybe let's phrase it. In what languages apart from English can you survive? Like if you had to ask for help because something terrible has happened, or you just are hungry and food.
So I'm going to say one, which is French.
Okay,
Nice.
that's good. Tanya?
English, obviously, German and Spanish, even though I'm better at understanding in comparison to speaking, but I would survive, I think so.
And Croatian.
And Croatian, of
okay,
course.
the point of me asking this is because, songs sometimes are not in English, so to what degree we can understand them and also connect with a certain song or a certain culture, which is the beauty of Eurovision. So, Polly, which languages can you survive in?
So, obviously English, German, Estonian, Russian, and Norwegian.
Wow.
Wow. You're learning Spanish, Andy. Yes, you are going to be able to sing Voy a quedarme, vas a quedarte. I never know. Voy a quedarme.
Voy a quedarme is Blas and vas a quedarte is Aitana.
I'm gonna go the whole season not knowing this. Or knowing but not knowing. Jana, in what languages can you survive?
I think it would be German, English, Spanish, and a bit Dutch.
Cool. Emma?
Well, except for Swedish and English. Ich will auch in Deutsch überleben, aber es ist schwieriger in Alpendeutsch, aber Hochdeutsch passt gut.
That is sehr gut.
Sehr gut.
Lydia?
Obviously, since I'm from Russia, I can understand and survive in Ukrainian and Belarusian. Also, I grew up in Republic of Tatarstan inside of Russia, so I can survive in Tatar as well.
Wow.
English, obviously. And I think I wouldn't get lost with Italian.
Nice. That's good. That's good to know. Hilda?
Yeah, mainly English and German, and I'm trying to learn a little Italian and Spanish. And obviously, I think me and Emma would understand each other perfectly well. And I also understand the Danish song, which I'm happy is in Danish this year.
Nice. Bibi, you're speaking Romanian, German, English, Hungarian, Serbian. So what can we gather out of this? That the Eurovision fans are very prepared, are well educated, and you can get lost with any of them and we will probably survive. In my case, I can survive in English, Spanish, French. I guess I can survive in Italian because I'm Spanish, and in Portugal too. And if I shout and open my eyes a lot, maybe I can survive in Russia and in Estonia and in Germany. Like being Spanish, you also get like the gesture language, so that translates everywhere. So guys, girls, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully Women's Day can be every day of the year. And guys in the live chat, thank you for joining us in this lovely evening. We've been almost an hour talking. Eurovision is a long topic of discussion. It's like a microcosmos. You can talk about everything, every little aspect. So That's why we love it. Thank you so much. If you are late
you.
to the live, leave us a comment down below. Show us some love, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned because we have an amazing season ahead of us. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.